want to hit your step goal, but the world keeps trying to take you to the next level. Ultimate grooming pyramid scheme. Everyone licks the person in front of them, but nobody is grooming the guy at the back. One sniff of the foot and he immediately started reconsidering every single one of his 9 lives. The cat said he wanted a big stage, but the pug actually practiced for the recital. You hit the jackpot, but your human still controls the payout. That small slice of disappointment is real. Only one? After all that button work? The audacity. You forget to check which way the wind is blowing and end up on the Stairmaster from hell. He is doing his best, but the math is not mathing. This is exactly what my 9 a.m. meetings feel like. You have an 8 a.m. concert, but you are a kitten and it is 8 a.m. You try to play it cool and walk off the injury, but your husky decides to audition for the role of your new crutch. Realize you are officially middle-aged and your only wish is a lower interest rate on the mortgage.
Huh?
Your dog realizes you have been on the phone for 5 minutes too long and decides to hit the factory reset button. You're 100% muscle but 0% spatial awareness. My dog is currently glitching because he cannot understand the physical limitations of a glass table.
Cara, você é uma...
Awkward moment when you try to roar like a tiger but realize you were just a 4-pound orange cat in a parking lot. I warned you once. I warned you twice. Now you lose a finger. You have so much to say but realize you are just a cat with no thoughts and a pink microphone. You forget the secret password to enter your own house and have to resort to aggressive mime acting to get some attention. You forget that you are both the hunter and the hunted. This is basically a Tom and Jerry episode but with 2 Toms and 0 brain cells. Ground control to Major. You're trying to calculate how many of your 9 lives you've already spent on bad decisions. I noticed you were trying to start a hand stacking challenge without the manager. That is a direct violation of house rules. Please refrain from having...
Ayo,
The human spends 3 hours on a training tutorial but forgot to check if the student was a stuffed animal. Trial by fire, or in this case, trial by jerky. You're used to first-class service but then you see the economy options. One whiff of the forbidden custard onion and suddenly he is... Mission failed successfully. The tactical retreat was the only option once the human looked up. They said a corgi is a working breed. I didn't think it meant he was paying half the rent. Working like a dog just to keep the house from going to the dogs. This new Roomba model. Forget to bring your phone to the bathroom, so you just sit there and stare at the wall contemplating every life choice you have ever made. You have to pick up the groceries, but your shift at the Tupperware store starts in 5 minutes. Gravity is just a theory and my cat is the lead researcher. Gravity... Top 10 photos taken seconds before disaster. They do not teach this level of disrespect in kitten school.
Get off me.
One day you are the provider and...
怎么我吃我本那个我，还得找，在哪呀？啥个？
After a long night of karaoke, the lead singer has finally collapsed. This is what happens when you try to hit the high notes on 9 lives and 0 caffeine. If you listen closely, he is still... Pavlov's experiment goes from scientific to a literal waterfall. Orange cat versus the toaster. The ultimate showdown. Legend says he is still waiting for it to make the first... You realize the tiny human is the only thing standing between you and your snack goals, so you decide to play the long game. You're short, but your ambition is tall and the clock is literally ticking. This cat is really trying to put some extra hours on the weekend. Working at 9 to 5. You spend 4 figures on a pedigree Bengal, but they still have a gas station appetite for bathroom pond water. Moment when you realize your human is actually a biological weapon. One sniff and it is game over. You forget the lyrics to your own song, but the beat is still fire.
Oh, no, 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 no.
You buy him expensive designer shoes, but his paws are set to ejector mode. Performance level 0. You're wearing a diamond heart necklace but still have the table manners of a dumpster diver.
Huh?
Your mid-rant about the service and the manager actually shows up to the table. You're trying to lock in, but the management has other plans. Working from home is a struggle when your coworkers have zero boundaries.
Huh? Huh?
Mom, is it the 25th? What you doing? No.
She's making bad decisions.
You're trying to stay awake in the meeting, but your soul has already left the building. You realize the person currently petting you is also the person who forgot to refill the food bowl 5 minutes. Your ambition is a 10, but your physics is a 2. Still waiting for the update where corgis come with a swivel feature for oversized sticks. This door is clearly a hater. You're trying to stay hydrated, but the physics of a straw weren't included in your factory settings. Gravity is a cruel mistress for a kitten that thinks its paws have 4-wheel drive. That transition from parkour master to I requested a high-performance athlete and they sent me a tuxedo cat that lets the ball roll right past his face. Service is terrible. 0-10 stars. Would you like me to... That moment when you realize the table was actually just a tablecloth. That moment when the sample is so bad you start questioning your entire life's direction. You forget that mirrors exist and think your house is being haunted by a low-budget version of yourself. so deep in the nap that you start losing your internal fluids.
明明你也太可爱了。